Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I wasn't really, honestly, this situation that's arisen in the Middle East, as honestly terrible as it is, it's very difficult to watch. Just human misery is something you just don't want to see in any context. But honestly, it wasn't something I particularly thought would be overly pertinent to this channel until I was reading recently, in fact, very recently, an article from The Nation, that's nationthailand.com. Article is titled, Anutin Vows Help for Families of 20,000 Thais Caught in Israel Conflict. I didn't even have any idea there were that many Thai folks living in that area, but there are a lot of Thai expats as well. Expatriation can kind of quote unquote go both ways if you think about it, even though the thrust of this channel is generally expats here in Thailand. But yeah, at the end of the day, there are Thais who do go abroad, and unfortunately they find themselves in situations that are not particularly good. And obviously that's an understatement for what we're seeing in the Middle East at this point. Again, quoting directly from that article, again, nationthailand.com. Quoting further, Interior Minister Anutin Charnvirakul said he has instructed provincial administrations to survey families of Thais working in Israel on what help they needed. Quote, I ordered provincial governors via video call to check how families of Thai workers in Israel have been affected and whether they need any help, unquote, Anutin said. The death toll among Thai workers caught up in the violence increased to 18 on Tuesday, with 3,000 Thais now requesting to be repatriated from the conflict-torn Middle East country. Yeah, now, we don't really talk about repatriation very much. I think the last time the topic even came up was when the embassy here in Thailand, the U.S. embassy here in Thailand specifically, I think we did videos at the time talking about the measures that the embassy was taking to repatriate any Americans who wanted to go back to the United States in the lead up and then immediately after the lockdown here. So again, it's not something that comes up very often. Now, Thai nationals, Thailand does things very, very differently. Now, one thing to note is we were quoting from an article that was citing Anutin Charnvirakul, who is the Minister of Interior, but I suspect it will probably be the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which would be acting as point man, if you will, quote unquote, on this whole issue of sort of repatriating Thais back into Thailand. That said, I'm sure Interior Ministry has a part to play in that process, so not completely unheard of, or I think it's rather relevant that Mr. Anutin sort of chimed in on that. Now, that said, exactly how this plays out remains to be seen. In the past, we've oftentimes seen Thailand charter flights send planes over to various hotspots in the world and evacuate Thai nationals that way. Whether or not that is what happens under these circumstances remains to be seen, but we'll certainly keep folks updated on this channel as the situation evolves.